यशोदा नंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदा नंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव। जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय गौरा निताय पतित पावन गौरा निताय। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रा माई जय सुदर्शना। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। निताई गौर हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल। कलयुग में नाम संकीर्तन की जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रसुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायामुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 4th chapter number 26 text 18 नारदुवाच पुरञ्जनः स्वमहिषीं निरक्ष्यावधूतां भुवि तत्सङ्गोन्मथितज्ञानो वैक्लव्यं परमं ययौ नारदुवाच पुरञ्जना स्वमहिषीं निरीक्ष्यावधूतां भुवि तत्सङ्गोन्मथितज्ञानो वैक्लव्यं परमं ययौ नारदुवाच पुरञ्जना स्वमहिषीं निरीक्ष्यावधूतां भुवि तत्संगोन्मत्तिता ज्ञानो वैक्लव्यं परमं ययौ. नारदुवाच पुरञ्जना स्वमहिषीं निरीक्ष्यावधूतां भुवि तत्सङ्गान्मथिता ज्ञानो वैक्लव्यं परमं ययौ. नारदुवाच पुरञ्जना स्वमहिषीं निरीक्ष्यावधूतां भुवि तत्सङ्गोन्मथिता ज्ञानो वैक्लव्यं परमं ययौ. Mataji. नारदुवाच वैक्लव्यं परमं ययौ. What meaning? Narada Vacha, the great sage Narada spoke. Puranjana, King Puranjan, Swamahishi, his own queen, Niriksha, after seeing Avadhutam appearing like a mendicant, Bhuvi on the ground, Tat Har, Sangha by association, Unmatita encouraged, Jnana whose knowledge, Vaiklavyam bewilderment, Paramam supreme, Yayao obtained. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. The great sage Narada continued, my dear king, Prachin Barhi, as soon as King Puranjan saw his queen lying on the ground, appearing like a mendicant, he immediately became bewildered. Please repeat. The great sage Narada continued, my dear King Prachin Barhi, as soon as King Puranjan saw his queen lying on the ground, appearing like a mendicant, he immediately became bewildered. Purport. In this verse, the word avadutam is especially significant, for it refers to a mendicant who does not take care of his body. Since the queen was lying on the ground without bedding and proper dress, King Puranjan became very much aggrieved. In other words, he repented that he had neglected his intelligence and had engaged himself in the forest in killing animals. In other words, when one's good intelligence is separated or neglected, he fully engages in sinful activities. Due to the neglecting one's good intelligence or Krishna consciousness, one becomes bewildered and engages in sinful activities. Upon realizing this, a man becomes repentant. Such repentance is described by Narottam Das Thakur. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Guainu Manusha Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Visha Khainu. Narottam Das Thakur herein says that he repents for having spoiled his human life and knowingly drunk poison. By not being Krishna conscious, one willingly drinks the poison of material life. The purport is that one certainly becomes addicted to sinful activities when he becomes devoid of his good chaste wife, or when he has lost his good sense and does not take to Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. So, before speaking anything on this verse, I would like to seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas. So, this particular verse, Srila Prabhupada is commenting that as we know that King Puranjan is none other than the living entity Jivas, and the good wife is the intelligence, and not listening to intelligence, that means not listening to a good wife, king became bewildered and engaged in sinful activities. And Prabhupada writes that when someone loses his good intelligence, he engages into sinful activities. He gets addicted into sinful activities. So, now very important lesson that we need to derive is, uh, in our education system, there is something very significant that we are lacking. If from childhood, children will be taught that sinful reaction exists, karma exists, whatever we do, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So what happens? Right from childhood, they'll have that understanding that if I'll do something wrong, I'll get the reaction. And then this will save government's money as well. How? Because government is spending millions and millions of dollars on maintaining law and order. But right from childhood, if they'll be taught this, that for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. If you'll take someone's money, you'll have to return it back with interest. So then people, then like children, if they'll be grown up in that kind of understanding, so when they'll become grown up, so they will never commit sinful activities, or at least most of them will not commit sinful activities. Like in earlier ages, we used to hear that that as like in homes, they do not used to have doors as well. Why? Because nobody comes and steal anything. Because even because they know, they feel they'll steal something, they'll have to return it back. We have heard that in earlier ages, even if you throw a gold coin, so nobody will steal it, because knows if I'll take this gold coin, then I have to return it back today or tomorrow. So there is a very beautiful verse which says that अन्योपर्जितं द्रव्यं दश वर्षाणि तिष्ठति प्राप्ते एकादशे वर्षे समूलं च विनश्यति. So in this verse it is said that anyaya uparjitam dravyam, if we get some money or some resources, we acquire them by anyaya, by cheating, by corruption, by exploiting someone. So that kind of wealth will retain with us for 10 years. And then in the 11th year, we have to return with samulam. Hmm. That means interest also and the principal amount also. And who takes that? Like somebody has done some corruption. We see, like people see, Prabhuji, many times students ask this thing. We see that there are many people, they are very sinful, they do corruption, they cheat others, and they see how they secure money, and they live happily. And we are struggling hard to acquire some money, but we are not happy. So, and but they are very happy simply by cheating others. So this verse says they can be happy for 10 years, but in the 11th year, they have to return everything in the principal amount and the interest. Question arises, who will take away? So it is said that that either the black coat will take away or the white coat will take away. Whatever money that we have secured by illegal means, black coat is lawyer and white coat is doctor. So either of them will take away. There is a very famous shloka. We must have heard this. Vaidya Raj Namustubhyam Yama Raja Sahodara. Yamastu Harati Pranam Vaidyo Pranam Dhananicha. So this Nitikar is actually offering obeisances to Vaidyaraj, doctor. And what he's saying, Vaidyaraj, I offer my humble obeisances unto you because you're not the cousin brother of Yamraj. You're the real brother of Yamraj. Okay, then question arises, real brother, elder brother or younger brother? So you are elder brother of Yamraj. Why? Because Yamraj only takes away life. You take life also, you take wealth also. So therefore you are elder brother. So the point is that whatever by illegal means, by sinful means, if somebody is acquiring anything, he'll have to return it back today or tomorrow. Because laws of karma cannot, we cannot cheat God, we cannot cheat nature. If these teachings are taught to students right from their childhood, they'll become very moralized, they'll have high ethical and moral principles and values. And then naturally, this corruption will come down, this all kinds of crimes will come down. So, but because our education system teach everything, all these things are mythology, there is nothing valuable, and therefore because of that, just teach science and mathematics. So students do not get to know this knowledge. Actually, say for example, if we disregard that there is karma, there is reincarnation, within this life or after this life we'll have to acquire, we'll get the sinful reactions. If we neglect this particular part, then we cannot prove or we cannot justify a sin is a sin or a crime is a crime. Say for example, we all know that stealing is a crime or killing someone is a crime. So stealing is a crime. Why is it a crime? Can anybody say? Stealing is a crime. Why it is a crime? Why it is bad? So what happens? It's not ours. I have power, I can acquire from someone else. Somebody may say, police will catch you. I am a big politician, a big don, police is in my pocket. So we cannot, we in any situation we will be not able to prove it that stealing is a crime. Only if this principle of karma is there, action reaction theory is there, reincarnation is there, killing is crime. Say for example, Hitler killed 60 lakhs Jews. So if we say for example, for one life is one life, so you'll kill Hitler, then that means you have taken revenge of one life. But still there are 59 lakhs 99,999 lives left. And how will justify their lives being taken? If there is no reaction, if there is no karma, if there is no reincarnation, if there is no hell, there is no swarga, then we'll never be able to justify it. All these principles are there just because this understanding is there. You disregard this karma theory, will never be able to justify what is right, what is wrong. So therefore, this karma theory is like very important, and it has to be taught, like taught to teach children right from childhood, and everybody should be aware of it. So now there is a, this is called point of view. Many times people say that somebody is committing some crime, so it is because of his conditioning. He must have been abused. Sometimes people justify what Karna did. Why? Because Karna was abused right from his childhood. So, because Karna was abused right from his childhood, so he became like that, and therefore he did like that, and therefore it is justified. Then, if Karna is justified, then Kasab is also justified. Because when he was staying in his village in Pakistan, so he was very poor, he was very much ill treated, they do not have food to eat. So someone went to them and said, okay, we'll give you food, we'll give you money, you go to India and you attack. So if Karna is justified, then Kasab is also justified. And if Karna and Kasab is justified, Hitler is also justified. Because Hitler was abused in his childhood. So his mentality became, his psychology became like that. And therefore whatever he did is justified. So this is how each and every crime will become justified. Because everybody have their own point of view. I did this, I am a thief. Why? Because I cannot earn by honest means. So this is what I have learned. This is the technique that I know, and I am doing it. Why I am doing it? I am doing it to sustain my family. I am doing it to for education of my children. Therefore, sometimes I have to cheat. I have to thief. I have to steal. So his point is also justified. So if we'll consider like this, then each and everyone's points is justified, then we'll not be able to maintain law and order in the society. Then how to understand like which point is justified, which is not justified? Like where is the benchmark? Where is the reference mark? From where we'll get that reference? Okay, this is good, this is bad. Because what appears to be good today, like 5 years or 10 years back, it was not good. Say for example, now according to government or according to the law, that husband can go with anyone else's wife and wife can go with any other husband, any other man, and it is legally justified. So today we are not able to accept it, but after 5 years, maybe society will be accepting it. So for society, it is all right. For society, 5 years or 10 years back, if boys and girls used to mix freely, it was considered to be very bad. But today it is widely accepted. So all these notions are constantly changing. Few days back, I wrote a message that why eating non-veg is not good. How it attracts bad karma. So I wrote it in our library group, WhatsApp group. So one student who was preparing for UPSC, he wrote which section of the constitution does not accept it or tell that it is wrong. So because they are reading, they are studying UPSC, preparing for UPSC exam, so they are everything they are justifying according to that. Because law has law is accepting, how can you deny? But that law is constantly changing. So what is the reference point? Guru Sadhu Shastra is a reference point. When Guru Sadhu Shastra say this is wrong, it is wrong. It is sinful, it is sinful. It is virtue, it is virtue. So we cannot make these laws out of our own notions or out of the public notion. Even if the whole country will say, okay, from today Sai Baba is Bhagwan. So that does not mean that he'll change. So it's not Vox, Prabhupada used to use this word, Vox Populi. It's not the popular opinion that if I consider this not sinful, it is not sinful. No, we have, so the reference point is Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. When Sadhu, Shastra and Guru justify this is right, this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong. What government thinks, what constitution thinks, what so-called law thinks, what public thinks, it doesn't matter at all. So the reference point has to be derived from Shastra. So this is this particular conversation appears in Shrimad Bhagavatam when Yamdutas and Vishnudutas were conversing. So at that time, Yamduta said, so that we have heard from Yamraj that Vedas is coming directly from Narayana, and anything that is against the Veda is considered to be sinful. So even Yamdutas know the fact because they've heard from Mahajana. So what is sin, what is not sin has to be ascertained by Shastra. Now the point comes, because this particular verse is dealing with sin and sinful addiction, sinful tendencies, so we'll go a little bit deeper into it. There is a cycle of sin that Srila Prabhupada explained in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita 9 chapter 2nd verse, Raj Vidya Raj Goyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam. So just explain this word Pavitram. Why this transcendental knowledge is Pavitram? Because it eradicates the sinful reaction. And not only the sinful reaction, but also the sinful tendencies. Prabhupada quote this verse from Padma Puran. Aprarabdh phalam papam kutam bijam phalonmukham kramanaiva praliyeta Vishnu bhakti ratatmanam. This is very interesting. Why Prabhupada is quoting this particular verse? Previous acharyas have also quoted this particular verse explaining the word pavitram. Why Krishna consciousness is pavitram? Because it frees a person from sinful reactions and sinful tendencies. And how it acts? So it has been explained here. Say for example, I have a desire to steal someone's mobile phone. So why this desire is coming? It is coming because of ignorance. And what is that ignorance? That if I will get this particular thing, if I'll steal it, that particular thing, I'll become happy. That is my agyanta, that is my ignorance. And because of that ignorance, I have that a subtle desire that I will steal that person's mobile phone. I have not yet steal it. I have not yet stolen it. But simply I have the desire that I will steal. That is called kutam. And then when I really steal it, that means I have already sown the seed of sin, bijam. But I have stolen his mobile phone, that Prabhu's mobile phone, but nobody has yet to know. Like nobody knows that. Up till now, nobody knows that I am the person who has stolen it. That means my sinful reaction is in the aprarabdha mode. It has not yet manifested, not yet fructified. But when police will get to know that I have stolen his mobile phone, and then police will start to beat, I'll say, मैं अपना प्रारब्ध भोग रहा हूं. I am getting the reactions. That means now sinful reactions have become fructified and become prarabdha. But interestingly, when Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmanam, when somebody is engaged in Vishnu Bhakti, then what happened? Kramanaiva praliyata. That means, first of all, ignorance goes away. Then Kutam goes away. Then Bijam goes away. Then Aprarabdha goes away. And then Prarabdha. This is the Krama. This is the order. Sometimes people ask that when we say that you chant Hare Krishna, all your sinful reaction will go away. But then why are devotees suffering? Because Krishna is not going in this direction, not from prarabdha, aprarabdha, bijam, kutam, ignorance. He's not going in this direction. The direction is when somebody is engaged in Krishna consciousness, what Krishna does, first of all, he removes the ignorance. Then he removes kutam, the sinful desires. Then bijam, and then aprarabdha. So by that time, a devotee has to suffer his prarabdha. But it is up to Krishna. If Krishna wants to negate it, he can. Actually, Krishna negates it. Krishna actually lowers the. Therefore, when devotee gets some accident, so we say, जान जाने वाली थी लेकिन बच गई. मतलब हाथ कटने वाला था लेकिन केवल उंगली पे चोट आई है. So we say like this. It's not that it's our assumption. It is actually Krishna for devotees reduces the prarabdha also, phala also. So for Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana, if somebody is engaged in Vishnu Bhakti, then gradually becomes purified for all sinful tendencies and so that is the beauty, and therefore it is this transcendental knowledge is called Pavitram. This Krishna conscious knowledge is called Pavitram. So why someone engages in sinful reaction? So Srimad Bhagavatam explained that what is the reason that why someone engages in sinful reaction. Nunam pramatta kurute bikarma jadindriya pritaya apranoti. Yad indriya pritaya apranoti. Somebody kurute bikarma. Somebody engages in vikarma. Why? Yad indriya pritaya. For the satisfaction of senses. Yesterday, day before yesterday, Prabhuji was telling that if somebody has derived certain set of senses, so he have that kind of taste. If halwa is brought before a hog, he will never appreciate it because he has derived certain sort of senses. Similarly, when our senses are impure, so it is become attracted by like objects of senses. And just to acquire those objects of senses, a person does not discriminate it is right or wrong. Nunam pramattaha. Nunam is certainly he becomes pramatta, pagal ho jata hai. He becomes mad after sense enjoyment. And therefore kurute bikarma. He engages into sinful reaction. So person engages into sinful reaction for the satisfaction of senses. Because he does not have any higher taste. He does not have any taste of because above senses there is mind. Above mind there is intellect. Above intellect there is ego. Above ego there is soul. So there are different platforms of happiness. Happiness on the level of body and senses. Happiness on the level of mind. Happiness on the level of intellect. Happiness on the level of ego. Happiness on the level of soul. Because a person does not have the notion of higher happiness, he has to satisfy himself with the lower happiness. Happiness deriving from senses. And just to get that happiness, he becomes pramatta, he becomes maddened and engages himself into vikarma. But the problem is, na sadhu manne yat atmanoyam. No saintly person will justify it. Why? Because they know asan api klesh da asadeha. He is committing sinful reactions, sinful activities now. The result will be he'll get a body conducive to receive pain. Asan kleshada asade. He'll get a body in which there will be so much klesh. Once we were traveling in train, we saw a person. He does not have this eye socket it only. What to say of not having eyes? This socket was not there. So why a person has derived such kind of body? We see somebody is suffering from chronic disease. Somebody is handicapped right from childhood. So why all these reactions? Because someone has committed sinful activities in his previous life. Actually, some acts, like it is said, if we have done some karma, some reaction we can get immediately. Some reaction we can get after 10 years. It depends. It's the incubation period of the karma. Say, for example, if I have slapped someone, that person will slap me right at that moment. Finished. Karma finished. I have slapped someone, he'll come after 10 years with a gun. So that means the incubation period of that sin was 10 years. And that person is coming with gun now. Dog has bitten me. After 25 years, I may get rabies. The incubation period of that karma was 25 years. So similarly, some reaction we get immediately, some reaction we get delayed, but reaction will come sure. So it's not by chance that somebody have all these bodily disabilities. Somebody is born in a rich family, somebody is born in a poor family, somebody has got good education, somebody is not fortunate enough to get good education, somebody is very beautiful or handsome, somebody is very ugly. So because everybody is reaping the results of their own karma. And therefore, nasadu manne yat atmanam. Sadhu knows if somebody will perform vikarma, he'll get a body accordingly and he has to suffer. So, so because and why they are doing vikarma? Indriya pritya, just for sense satisfaction, because they do not have higher taste. Then question arises: how to get that higher taste, and how to uh, control our mind and senses so that we do not goes to like we do not perform sinful reaction. So it is said that with our intelligence we need to control our mind. 2 3 days back, one boy called me and he said that uh, like it's very pathetic situation. He said, Prabhuji, I was with my cousin for a few days and I became attracted to her. And now I'm feeling very guilty that why that kind of mindset has come up. So I told him that first of all, what you need to do is with your intelligence, you need to control your mind. That is what the mechanism is. That intelligence is the sarathi and mind is the lagam. With you need to strengthen your intelligence so that your mind is under your control. But that's not sufficient, because even if you're intelligent and you can control your mind for some time, but if you don't have the higher taste, then what will happen? Eventually, you'll be subdued by mind and senses. So therefore, simultaneously, one need to strengthen their intelligence and simultaneously get the taste of Krishna consciousness. That is what Prahlad Maharaj says in the very beautiful verse. He says, Naivo duje paraduratya baitaranyas Twadvirya gayan mahamrita magna chitta Shoche tato bimukh chetasa indriyartha Maya sukhaya bharamudbahato bimudan. For Maya Sukh, for illusory happiness, they are carrying a lot of burden. So when I consider their situation, so I lament for them. And what is my situation? He's saying that I am very happy. Na udvigna, naivo duje. Udvigna, I am not udvigna. Prahlad is saying that I am not udvigna. In the midst of all the asuras, and when his own father wants to kill him, but Prahlad is saying, I am not udvigna. I am not agitated because of this situation. So someone may ask, Prahlad, you are in such a pathetic situation that your own father wants to kill you, and he's already tried many times to kill you. Then why you are not agitated? The reason is, Tad virya gayan mahamrita magna chitta. Because my consciousness is constantly merged into happiness. Mahamrita, merge into the ocean of nectar. Which nectar? Tadvirya Gayan. Because I am singing your glories, I am so happy that in spite that my own father wants to kill me, I am not udvigna. So that is the secret. If somebody wants to control his mind and senses, if somebody wants to get rid of this kind of conditioning, he needs to have the higher taste that one derived from Krishna consciousness. So we can see in all these situations, once if somebody is engaged into Krishna consciousness, he sinful reactions goes away, the tendencies for committing sin goes away, he gets a higher taste. So Krishna consciousness is the one stroke solution for all the problems. Actually, controlling mind and senses is very difficult. Prahlad is saying is very beautiful verse. He's saying, Jivai kato achyuta vikarshati mahavitripta. Krishna, or when Narsingadev appeared, he's saying, my dear Lord Narsingadev, just see my condition. My tongue is taking me somewhere else. Although my belly is filled, still it wants more food. My ear wants, Prabhupada writes in the translation, my ear wants to hear cinema songs. Somebody may ask that where was cinema in those days? But Prabhupada is translating that ear wants to hear cinema songs. So Prahlad is saying my ear wants to hear cinema song. My nose want to, my nose wants some kind of smell. So this is how my eyes want some kind of happiness. So this is how all my senses are carried away. And what is my situation? It is just like bhavya sapatna eva geha patim lunanti. As if a person has many wives and each wife is dragging me to his own direction. So that is my situation. And this is what we call as conditioning. We cannot help ourselves. Sometimes we feel so helpless. Atha kena prayuktayam papam chariti purusha. Anichchanapi varashne baladeva niyojita. Like our senses and mind carries like baladeva, balpurvak. And we feel helpless. In that situation, what we have to do? The only solution is we may put so much shastric knowledge in our brain, but the problem is when lust attacks, abritam jnanam etena, everything becomes abrit. So what is the solution? The solution is we need to get that inspiration from Krishna. And Krishna is sitting in someone's heart. He actually inspires, he actually gives intelligence, he actually gives the protection. And therefore a sincere devotee like offer this heartful prayers. My dear Lord, on my own I do not have any strength. My senses and mind me is are dragging me like anything. You kindly come into my life and hold the reins. So that is how a devotee offers his prayers. Because our own knowledge and our own uh, intelligence will not help in those times. Also it is said that so this is uh, in 7th canto Srimad Bhagavatam we see that it describes there are two types of vasanas. One is Shubha Vasana and other is Ashubha Vasana. If by uh, if someone can please Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord, so by their blessings, a devotee derives Shubha Vasana. And if someone displeases the Vaishnavas, so by their, if they'll become angry, so they derive Ashubha Vasana. So Prahlad is an example of Shubha Vasana because he could satisfy Narad Muni, he got Shubha Vasana. And Hiranyakashipu was the example of Ashubha Vasana because the Jai Vijay were cursed by the four Kumaras. So this particular canto explains that if somebody have this Shubha Vasana, so it is just like antivirus. If somebody have antivirus installed, antivirus of Shubha Vasana is installed within us, within our consciousness, then what will happen? Even if virus of lust, anger, greed and other bad things will attack, the Shubha Vasana antivirus will become active and will kill all those viruses. So therefore simultaneously a devotee prays to the Lord and devotee prays to the Lord for his blessings and for the association of devotees. Because association of devotees and the blessings of devotee give that Shubha Vasana by which one is safeguarded from all kind of sinful tendencies. Therefore when Dhruva prayed to the Lord, when Lord was standing just before Dhruva, but still Dhruva is praying, and my dear Lord, kindly give me the association of devotees because in that association I'll be safeguarded, I'll be protected. Bhaktir muhu pravatam toime prasango. I want to get attached with those bhakti muhu pravatam. into their heart, those who have this bhakti pravahit ho rahi, jinke hriday mein the devotional services, devotion is constantly flowing. I want to get attached with those devotees, because by their protection and by their blessing, under their protection, I am very safe. Similarly, Prahlad is also offering the prayers. My dear Lord, kindly engage me in Tav Bhritya Parshavam. You engage me in the service of your devotee, because he will safeguard me from all kind of bad things. So if somebody wants to get free from sinful tendencies, sinful addictions, one is the blessings of the Lord, other is the blessings of the Vaishnavas. Simultaneously, one has to aspire for that. One particular uh, narration I would like to share from Srimad Bhagavatam, that how uh, dead end situation become very optimistic situation. So for example, dead end situation, I'll give you the example of what is dead end situation. Say if a tiger will come before you, what will you do? If tiger will come before us, what we will do? Now we will not do anything. What has to be done has to be done by tiger only. This is called dead end situation. What we can do? If tiger will come before us, then we cannot do anything. Now whatever has to be done will be done by tiger only. That is called dead end situation. And how Krishna protects his devotees from dead end situation? That's very interesting. Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, this story appears. When Diti's children, that means Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, were killed, so Diti does not have any ill feeling towards Vishnu, but Diti has ill feelings towards Indra, because according to Diti, Lord Vishnu is innocent. But this is the person, this Indra, he actually induces Lord Vishnu to kill my children. So Lord is innocent, but this Indra is a culprit. So what I need is, I need a progeny. I need someone who can kill Indra. So Diti started to serve Kashyap Muni. So when Diti was serving Kashyap Muni wholeheartedly, Kashyap Muni became very happy. He became very happy. And then what happened? When Kashyap Muni became very happy, so out of his great happiness, he gave all blessings to Diti and said, whatever you will desire, I will fulfill. So therefore Shastra forbids. Shastra says that we should not take any decision when we are too happy or when we are too sad. Otherwise we will take wrong decisions. Dashrath Maharaj also took a decision, gave blessings to Kekai, that whatever you ask, I'll give you. The boons you'll demand, I'll give you. 2 boons you can demand. So similarly, Kashyap also told that whatever boon you'll ask, I'll give. And Diti was waiting for this opportunity, this moment, that I'll serve Kashyap and I'll ask for a boon. So Kashyap is a very great sage. In those times, if somebody has said something, you cannot take your words back. It's not like today, we'll say, okay, sorry, galti ho gaya. Aisa nahi ho sakta. In those days, if you said something, it has to be, and sages like Kashyap. And because Kashyap said, whatever boon you'll ask, I'll fulfill. So Diti said, I want a child. Okay, fine, I'll give you a child. But I want a child who will kill Indra. So now Kashyap was in a very pathetic situation. Because if he will not fulfill fulfill his words, he'll go to hell. And if he will fulfill his words, then again he'll go to hell. So this is called what kind of situation? A dead end situation. But Lord inspired Kashyap. Kashyap said to Diti, okay, whatever you will asking, you'll get the boon. But only thing that you have to do is, you have to engage yourself in a vrata. You'll do a vrata for 12 months. And you'll please Lord Vishnu. And when he'll be pleased, all your manokamna or whatever you're desiring, it will get fulfilled. So Diti said, fine, I'll do that. Because Diti had that, like she was filled with this revenge taking mentality. So whatever Kashyap told, she was ready to do that. So Kashyap gave her elaborate plans for this 12 months vrata. And Diti was engaging herself in this 12 months vrata. And it is said that like Indra, when he got to know that Diti is doing severe austerities to get a child, eventually that child will kill me. So Indra became very much perplexed. He was very much miserable. So he was finding means and ways that how he could stop Diti's brata or create some obstacle. So one particular evening, Diti took prasadam, and because she was very weak, so she just washed her hand, but she couldn't wash her mouth or feet. And this is considered to be a very great um, offense. In Vaishnava tradition also, when we after eating we wash our mouth, we wash hand, and we wash legs, feet as well. So Diti forgot to wash mouth and feet, and Indra was looking for that some mistake. That if Diti will do some mistake, then what I'll do? I'll enter into Diti's womb and kill the embryo. So Indra entered into Diti's womb, and he had that vajra, and with that vajra he attacked the embryo. But what happened? That because that vajra had that spokes, so it divided the embryo into 7 parts, and all the 7 parts, instead of like the embryo sustained, the life was still there, and they all started to cry, and Indra became even more frightened. So then, out of fear, he became even more violent, and each of the 7 part he again attacked with vajra, and this 7 becomes 7 multiplied by 7, 49, and they all were crying. And Indra was telling, Maruta, Maruta, Matro, Matro, don't cry, don't cry. And they derived the name Maruta, Marut. So when Shukdev Goswami was narrating this pastime, so Parikshit becomes like he very much astonished. How could he be saved? The embryo was saved by Indra's Vajra. So Shukdev Goswami said, how you were saved in your mother's womb? So just like you were saved by the Lord, these Marut Ganas were saved by the Lord's potency. And when then they come out, so Indra came out and 49 Marutgan came out. And because when Diti saw Indra and 49 Marutganas, so Diti was very much astonished. He said, my dear child Indra, how you are coming here? And who are these 40? Why this 40, 49? I was aspiring for one child. How they become 49? But Diti is now telling Indra as my dear child. Why? Because she has performed a brata for 12 months for Lord Vishnu. As a result of that, her heart transformed. And Indra also very honestly admit, my dear mother, actually, the moment I got to know that you are going to kill me, or you are expecting a progeny that will kill me, so I became very much miserable, and I was desiring, like I was finding some means and ways so that I can kill the child. But by Lord's mercy, they were saved. And Diti also admitted, yes, Indra, actually, whatever happened, happened, but I should not have done like this. I am very much repentant. So Diti was repenting, and Indra was repenting. Both of their heart became purified. So now Diti had no malice or no ill feelings towards Indra. Indra also is not, like Indra is saved, and Indra also now have no ill feeling towards Diti. And these 49 Marutganas, they were saved, their lives got saved, and eventually Kashyap Muni was saved. Why? Because in Sanskrit, Indraha means killer of Indra, and also Indraha means the follower of Indra. The Marut Ganas became follower of Indra. So Kashyapa words, they were like, because Kashyapa is a devotee, so whatever he said, Satyam Vidhatum Nija Bhritya Bhashitum, so Kashyap said something, Lord has to take care. So Indraha means follower of Indra. So Marut Gana became follower of Indra. Kashyap Muni was saved. Diti was saved. Indra was saved. And also Diti told Indra that, see, they are my progeny. But if they'll stay here, they'll associate with demons. Better you take them to Swargaloka. Let them be situated in Swargaloka in good association there. So these Marutgana also said, because now they're not into bad association, they're staying with Indra. So four of like Marutganas, Kashyapa, Diti, and Indra all got saved. And this is how Lord protected them from dead end situation. All of their hearts transformed, Diti's heart transforms, all the sinful tendencies that I'll kill Indra, all malice, all revenge goes away. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. And this is how Lord protects his devotees. Lord not only protect the body or kind of, he protect the consciousness of the devotee. And this is therefore it is called Poshanam. Lord nourishes the devotee by saving their consciousness. If somebody is engaged into Krishna consciousness, in which like in by because Diti was engaging into Krishna consciousness, she had ill feelings towards uh, towards Indra, but still it fructified because she served Krishna. Similarly, we see Aditi also had this desire. Aditi wanted that the demon should get killed, and she performed vrata for 12 days. Although Diti had that ill feeling towards the demigods, towards the demon, but still Lord appeared being satisfied by her devotional service. So that's the beauty of devotional service. Even if someone have any kind of ill feeling, Lord appears and Lord reciprocates and cleans the heart of the devotee. And that is how Lord nourishes the devotees. So therefore, this is called pavitram. This process is called pavitram. All the sinful tendencies goes away. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय.
Thanks, Prabhuji, for your nice class. Very rarely a class be given on sinful reactions and how to get purified by involving in Lord's service, devotional service. And thank you very much.
We would like to invite Tukaram Prabhu to keep coming like this often. He has some acquaintances in Hyderabad. He's coming first time to give us class like this. We had a couple of classes by him. So let us thank him with 3 Haribols. Just come again.